wanna put in work, baby, work. Body real, so Triller. Said that I'm a man, I said, nah, I'm your nigga. I don't wanna disrespect you, I don't wanna do you wrong. Beating on my chest made me feel like King Kong. And I ain't saying nothing that you never heard, baby, we can swerve. Doing 95 or 95, 7-2-3. And what we been sipping, it got us acting up. But the way that she talking, she better back it up.
2015 More Than a Blogger Tour, New Jersey. I'm here with a very dope artist with a very interesting story. Tell him your name.
David Rush. Russia. You already know what it is. Jersey, what up?
We might not know you.
You might not.
But you done made a couple bags. You done produced and helped out and wrote a couple hits. We're gonna say Pitbull. He signed you.
All right.
He gave you your first check. How did it happen?
First record, Go Girl. I was in Atlanta working with a producer by the name of Sounds. We linked up out in ATL. We started working together. Came up with this record, me, him, and my bro Filthy Rich. Okay. With a coalition DJs actually in Atlanta. And we wrote this song called Go Girl. And came back to Jersey with it, spreading it around through all the DJs out here. I was the dude in the club with the USB hitting all the DJs while they was playing. Like we had no excuse, but got it. That's when Serato first hit. And it got on some mixtapes. And the story that Pitt told me was he was in the truck, the tour bus, listening to CD. He listens to everything. They think Pitt is probably the most hip hop head. He knows every word, every Master P song, every Jay-Z, every word for word. And he heard the record. And he kept asking, who is this? What is this? Rick bought it back like 3-4 times, and then next thing I know, I got a call, and we met in New York at the W Hotel. And then he flew me down to Miami and told me in 5 years who he was gonna be. And I signed with him the following month.
For sure. Yeah. What you got out right now?
Right now, just dropped a new single called Back It Up.
Okay.
Just dropped it May 19th, the day before my birthday. And just a record that I had that I was writing for some people. You know, I do a lot of reference records for other artists.
Let's say Ty Dolla $ign.
For Ty Dolla.
It sounds like a Ty Dolla $ign situation.
Yeah, I wrote it for Ty.
Ty Dolla $ign, check your emails, man.
Yeah.
You got to. Relationships.
Yeah.
Let's talk about relationships and all the shit you've been through, because that's the title of the next EP, right?
Trying to drop that mid-July. Just about everyday stuff. Like Back It Up is just the intro record. Like you meet a girl in the club, you know what I'm saying, and y'all talk and get to know each other. Sometimes the dude be able to take the chick home. She talking all this mouth, you talking all that mouth. Who gonna back it up when you get to the crib? That's what the record's really about. So you know that can either start, make or break a relationship right there. You know what I mean? That might be the girl you might be with for the rest of your life. It might be the girl you with for the night. Okay. So in the storyline of the whole EP, that's the girl that you end up meeting and ended up falling for.
You know, we got relationship, we got music, we got clothes, we got fashion. But you told me before this interview you had some health issues.
Right.
And medical issues, I mean, no matter what you say, if you're getting money, them motherfuckers is expensive.
Oh yeah, all day.
What happened?
Well, I was saying like late 2006, I started to get a little sick, like real weak. I was working a job and everything like that, and just was like really going through being real tired and like couldn't really stay up. We'll be in mid-conversation like this, and I'll be nodding out. And you know, I thought it was from working too many hours or whatever the case was. Went and see a doctor. I went and pissed in the cup, and there was blood in the urine.
Okay.
And then they said I had protein in my urine. Ended up being some kidney issues. And then they told me, you know, when I turned 24, they told me I had a year left if I didn't get on dialysis.
If you didn't get on dialysis.
Right.
So did you go to dialysis route?
I had to, because they said, we'll give you some pills to try and longer it, see if we can give you some more life, see what happens. Maybe it'll retract. We don't know what type of, you know, disease you have. So it ended up being one called FSGS, which is one that can't be reversed.
Okay.
So the year later, I actually passed out at my sister's house and woke up on dialysis. And when I woke up, I was next to a machine. I bugged out. And, you know, I actually got it tatted on my arm. The first day was 3/16/07. Was my first day of dialysis.
What has it taught you?
Life is precious, man. And, you know, not everybody dies from a bullet. Not everybody dies from drugs. You know, there's young people just dying from real life stuff. You know what I mean? And nothing is promised. So, you know, every day is about being positive, giving back as much as I can, you know, supporting other people that's in my trade. I'm real supportive of other artists, real supportive of other people coming up. So I try to reciprocate that, put that on the air. Hopefully it comes back to me when it's my time to do something.
But you looking good right now.
I'm trying to.
So we're not worried about that.
Yeah, we living right now.
The future, what do we got?
Well, the future right now, hopefully to have a couple #1s on the radio. Not even just mine, just written by me, done by me, whatever. I just want to be in the process. I love music. You know, we talked about balance earlier. You know, balance is really important to me. So the balance of doing music for me is what's gonna keep me sane. I got kids, you know, I got 2 small children. You know, I gotta support them. I can't sit down and do a 9 to 5. I'm not a 9 to 5 dude, and I don't knock nobody who's working.
For sure.
I just know me. You know what I'm saying?
They told you couldn't have kids. You went and had 2.
I had 2. They told me I had a year left. That's been about 8, 9 years since. So, you know, I've been defying odds all my life. And, you know, my mom, God bless her soul, passed away 2012. Her biggest thing with me was to always make your dreams a reality. Nothing's big enough. And, you know, the world is huge. Your dreams could be bigger than the world. So if you think big, if I could lift 50, if I lift 500 just to lift 50, I'm going to always do better than what I'm doing.
For sure.
So that's how I live. I live 500 every day, even if it's just to lift 50.
How was 24 hours in your life? A day in your life. Give me the
day in my life. All right, now, today?
The craziest type of day in your life that you might have to do. If Monday's chill, Tuesday, I want the craziest.
All right, so the craziest day I wake up, I pop 20 pills.
20 pills.
At 8 a.m. My kids usually wake me up around 7.
Okay.
So 8 a.m., they're up, I'm up, cereal bowls is out.
Okay.
I'm popping medication with a glass of water. I'm with them most of the day. I'm a father, you know, first. And I'm with them most of the day. I'm on the phone emailing. You know, when they're watching their cartoons, all that, I might sneak in and record some reference records in my little studio. That's like, you know, I got cameras all over the house, so we could work like that. And then as well, after I'm done with that, I'm on the phone trying to make stuff like this happen and work for other artists. When I leave there, usually when, you know, my wife gets home, I'm out running around doing studio time, running around, going out to Harlem to meet with my boys, Harlem Harmer Dash, who do the clothing. He dresses me as well. My boy Guy, Mr. Billionaire, is on Instagram if you check him out.
Sure.
And me and him work a lot too as well. And if not, I'm with my man Just, whose studio we at now, or Fast Life, another group, and we're out in Brooklyn. So I'm always like, I have studios, I don't just go to one. I like to be in different vibes, different environments. And usually I just try to get into music. Used to be about the club, but I'd rather be working, hearing my record in the club than going to the club and hearing someone else's record. That's just me. I'd rather be working on my next record or someone else's record who I'm gonna write. And I just, you know, that just made me feel better than just being in the spot everybody else is in.
Dope interview right here, y'all.
You know
Hey, you can learn a lot from this guy. Look, it's a lot of artists that want to pay for a better situation.
Right.
It's a lot of artists who, you know, don't want to put the time in. Like I said, it's time or money.
Right.
What advice would you give that next artist who needs a hit badly, like everybody does?
Right. If you need a hit, man, first of all, you know what I mean, don't sleep on yourself. You know, you gotta love yourself first and love what you do first. And then, you know, if you feel like, don't be scared to ask for help. I think in Jersey, a lot of artists are scared to work with each other. And I think that's just anywhere but in Jersey, because I'm from here, I see it a lot. And I think it's an ego thing. I feel like more artists should just take the time to see what other sounds are. Like, I listen to everybody. I want to know what everybody's doing. Because everybody, at the end of the day, is still your competition. But you can always match up with your competition to make great. Y'all both can get checks.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I look at it like that. When I link up with an artist out here, Chad B, Pure.
I'm gonna ask you before you go on, who's your favorite young artist right now?
Right now, my favorite young artist right now, man.
And from Jersey.
From Jersey, young artist, favorite. Damn, that's hard, because I like a lot of them. I like Pure, Rolling Stone P, R&B dude. Chad B is my brother. We do a lot of work together. We got a whole EP together.
So you heard Hustle?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
He called me. He FaceTimed me when he got the verse from Wayne. And was like, bro, Wayne's on the song. And we FaceTimed, and he was excited. I was excited for him. And he knows it's genuine. Young Cat DR, one of the artists I work with, got a song named Birthday out that I'm on. It's like I work with everybody out here. And so I'm kind of like an OG to them, because I had my deal. Like, I was the first one to really get my deal out here with Pitt, and then I signed with Universal. And then, so like, when I see him around, everybody got that respect for me, and I always come back and reciprocate that back. Like, yo, let's do a record, you know what I mean? Let's do this, do that. So anybody who out here know that I'm easy to get to, easy to work with.
Sure,
and,
man.
you know, I ain't out here trying to run around and be Hollywood, you feel me?
Appreciate you. Hey, you got 30 to 45 seconds to
And
tell
6'4", shout out to 6.
Oh, yeah, shout out to 6'4".
My
He was
bro.
on top of the Jag, you know.
Yeah,
stunt.
I know. That's Stuntarama right there.
Most definitely. And you got 30 to 45 seconds to tell my fans, your new fans, your fans, anything that I didn't do.
All right.
Stage is all yours.
All right, so this is what you can do. Go to David Rush Online, spelled regular. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And if you really want to know what's up, then I know what's good. I'm going to do it a freestyle like a real rapper should. Off the top of the dome, no pen and pad, nothing to write down. Been around for a round and ran my town. Gold Dome, but I ain't even trying to stunt. Kind of look high, but I ain't even smoked a blunt. Just listen here, homie, follow me on that Instagram. It's David Rush, and I done gained about 1,000 new fans. You know what it is. I'll let your boy Jersey.
You better back it up, back it up, back it up. Talk that shit, you better back it up, back it up, back it up. Put it in reverse, better back it up.